Hey guys, and welcome back to the update from the Lighthouse. It's been about 3 weeks actually since I last did one, so a lot has happened in the meantime. When was the last time I did one actually? It would have been before Boston, I want to say. Which means somewhere around here. Yeah, May 14th. So it's been exactly just over 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. So a lot has happened since the last update. I went away to Boston. Had a lot of fun there, but was not able to make very many videos. I tried. I had these three ready to go when I left, and then this one I made there somehow. But this one I tried to make there, and the audio is just not good enough, so I privatized it fairly quickly, and just didn't manage to remake it because it released pretty soon after we got back. And then once I got back, the lawn was released. So I've been having a lot of fun with the lawn. Mine's about to hit 56, and I feel I might move Let's Play Musa over to Let's Play Lawn. Just because Musa, with all the nerfs and changes to him, doesn't feel as good as he used to. Still going to keep all his weapons, of course, but for now I'll be playing the Lawn, and probably just maintaining the same format as Let's Play Musa, but with a Lawn instead. Apart from that, Bless Online released. So Bless Online, very controversial, obviously. There's a lot of people that are very pissed at the game. This video, my first impressions after 2 hours, the servers went down, so I decided to make a quick video on it. And it's closing on 40,000 views, so that's pretty incredible. The game itself is incredibly controversial. A lot of people seem to like it, but incredibly more seem to really, really hate it. Like, really, there's so many posts about refunding the game, so many videos being made about how the game is awful. Lazy Peon made a video about how it's an embarrassment to the MMO genre, which is like, what? So yeah. And the other really big thing is I got monetized. So while I was in Boston, I'm sure a few of you noticed that my channel is now monetized, which is very good news, as I don't exactly make a lot of money, and this lets me buy more games, test out more games, and bring you guys more content. My ultimate goal is to quit my job and focus on doing this full time, improving the quality. I've already started trying to learn more and more tricks in my editing. The Bless 1 to 20 leveling guide actually contains one or two of those tricks, as does, I believe, the classes at Bless. So I'm getting better. I'm obviously not a master or anything at it, but I'm trying to improve the quality, and trying to improve the channel overall. So the channel, it's doing fairly well, mostly over the last few days because of this video, obviously. This video is worth 4 days of normal views on its own. In a normal day, I get about 8,000 to 9,000 views, and this video in just 2 days, well, almost 3, has amassed almost 40,000 views. I am one of the people that actually kind of like Bless Online. I am enjoying the game quite a bit. I like the game. As a lot of people noticed, I didn't recommend that people should buy it in this. That's not a mistake. I feel that currently, with all the problems, I would recommend Guild Wars 2 or maybe ESO over Bless Online. However, NeoWiz is working hard to fix the problems. They've already released a letter of apology. They've already given out compensation. Think of how long Black Desert took to do that huge letter of apology and free value pack and all that stuff. It took them... This was like the biggest compensation they've ever done. Yeah, way back here, April 21st. And it took them months for that to finally happen. And we got a free value pack, which is pretty nice, the free Common Soul Blessing. But that's pretty much it. NeoWiz, within 2 days of release, has already given out a huge compensation. Anyone that bought a Founders Pack before the midnight on the 30th gets $20-something worth of the premium currency, in addition to the fact that the Founders Packs are already more valuable than the normal packs. They are trying to clear up why there's missing content. They're talking about iterating on the game. So it's looking better. And personally, I kind of think that Bless is kind of almost the subject of a witch hunt. Right now, hating on Bless is the cool thing to do. Like, hating on Bless is just what everyone is doing right now. All the big YouTubers are hating on Bless. A lot of the big streamers are hating on Bless. And I mean, the game's nothing amazing, but I really don't feel it deserves all this vitriol. It's a new MMO release. People are talking about how it was hyped up. I don't feel as hyped up. If we go back to my videos on Bless Online before it released, so for example, this one, Pay to Win, everyone, like actually if I just go here, everyone is talking about how the game is going to fail. Everyone's talking about how the game is going to fail. This is looking worse than expected. Most people were already extremely apprehensive. Like everyone was trashing the game before release, and now that it's releasing, people are talking about how it was hyped up and that people are getting their hopes up. So I don't know. I feel it's the target of a witch hunt. Like look at all these. Pay to Win clarified. That one's actually not too bad. The Pay to Win in Bless it doesn't exist. Like that's actually one of the best parts of it. So here, Bless Online is that piece of shit from a guy whose biggest video before this is like 100 something views. Emissaries have no love for the game. My own video. See if I can find Peons. Oh, here's one of Peon's other new ones. Steam are currently refunding everyone for Bless. Refund now. With 245,000 views. Most hated game on Steam. So yeah, I don't know. Bandwagon hate. I don't feel Bless deserves all the hatred that it's getting. I feel it's not an amazing game, but I don't feel it's a bad game either. I feel it's an okay game that they're going to continue to improve upon. So, Bless was released. I'm going to keep playing Bless, obviously, but I understand a lot of people are kind of out of it. They don't want to play Bless, and that's fine. A lot of people seem to be misconstruing my video on should you buy Bless, honestly. They're saying that I'm saying you shouldn't buy Bless and it's a bad game. I'm saying that Bless is an okay game. In fact, it's even a decent game, or potentially good if they just fix a few things, that currently has a number of issues preventing me from wanting to recommend it to someone. If those issues are fixed, I would be happy to recommend it. And if someone wants to play Bless, I'd say go for it. Join me on the Lily server on Hieron. Open world PvP is a lot of fun. I love taming monsters. I need to find a way to get more taming scrolls without becoming an enchanter. The game itself is pretty fun if you can ignore the performance issues and the translations, really. So, yeah, Bless, I feel it's getting a bad rap, and I feel it is not getting enough good PR. So I'll probably make another video on Bless tomorrow about the positives of Bless, because I like Bless, and I'd like to continue making Bless content. I don't want to drive players away by saying Bless is a bad game. I want to keep making stuff like a 1 to 45 leveling guide. I'm closing in on 45 myself, so I'll be able to make that pretty soon. A guide on how to gear up, guides on taming pets, you name it. I want to make guides for it, so we'll see how it does. I'm going to make guides no matter what, but if they're unpopular, so be it. Apart from Bless, Black Desert is kind of shooting itself in the foot, again, for like the third time in as many weeks. The recent patch notes is kind of a one step forward and one step back thing, where the world boss timers and implementation is great for most players. It does screw over a few people that can't make the world bosses on certain days, but for the most part it's much more consistent and many more players will be able to go to world bosses. But disabling PvP and server changes during the world bosses is a very inelegant solution to the problem. Realistically, it should probably be more disabling PvP in the region around world bosses and disabling server changes if you've hit a world boss. So I'm not really too, or even if you just hit a monster, like if you've been in combat in the last 15 minutes, which would still screw over people grinding, but would not screw over anyone that was just life skilling or logged into the game right before without remembering the world boss was up and then forgets to switch over to a good server. Black Desert, it's also been having a few other problems for the past few days and weeks. The Wizards and Witches flow bug still hasn't been fixed. There are still a number of problems that need to be addressed by Cacao and Pearl Abyss. But at least they are continuing to make big sweeping changes in the patch notes. Whether that's good or bad, who knows. But at this point, it's kind of too late to go back, and they have to keep forging forward. So we'll see where it ends up. Obviously, I'm going to keep making Black Desert stuff. Trying to think of a good video to make for tomorrow. I've got a number of ideas, honestly, so it's not like I have no idea. I'm thinking I might remake Gruntle versus Heavy, however you say it, as Gruntle got changed, and I'll add in the Rokaba set at the same time. I could also do a video on the Lemuria set, similar to the Laverto video I did a couple of days ago. I want to say 2 weeks. Should you buy Laverto? There are a number of videos I've got ideas for. If you've got an idea for a video that you'd like me to do, or that I did in the past that I should do again, comment below. I'm always open to seeing video suggestions. So analytics. Go to real time here. So real-time analytics are actually doing really well. Estimated views for the last 48 hours is the highest it's ever been at 61,000 estimated views. That is insane. Like, that is more views than I think I've ever received in 48 hours. Not quite doubled, but pretty damn close. Usually my estimated views per 48 hours, it's doing well if it's above 20,000, and it's doing about normal if it's above 16,000, 15, 16,000. So this is 4 times the normal and over 2 times the peaks. And most of that is, of course, the first impressions after 2 hours. Should you buy it has helped kind of shore up the last day. As the patch notes, obviously, I'm not going to stop making patch notes for Black Desert. That would be silly. Patch notes, they're easy. I like doing them. I'm trying to get better at synthesizing the information in the patch notes. These ones are actually pretty difficult just because there were so many changes to the classes. Like, it was actually insane. Like, just so many changes. But yeah, patch notes, pretty good. Watch time and views. So last couple days, the 28th, so that's Monday, insane number of views. 24,000. Tuesday's going to be even better, as Tuesday is what really got it going. Monday, super good. That's the highest it's ever been, even if I account for previous peaks back in like March and stuff. And if I pull way back actually to like January, you can really see how the channel's developed throughout the year. If you ignore these peaks, this peak right here, then you can kind of see the channel. It's been very steady for the last couple months, which is one of the reasons I'm so excited to add Bless. And I'm considering looking into Dauntless. People have recommended Dauntless to me. I've been following along with the game. I didn't play during the open beta start on the 24th, as I'd just gotten back from Boston the day before. I had to work, and I was kind of focusing on Bless, as Bless is a little closer to what I'd normally do on the channel. But I'm definitely interested in Dauntless. The action combat looks really fun. I've always liked Monster Hunter, but it was never available on PC, so I didn't play it, as I was an Xbox guy rather than a PlayStation guy. And yeah, now that it's finally a Monster Hunter type game is available on PC, I'm definitely excited to try it. I'm going to play in the next couple days. Not sure if I'll make videos on it or not. I might make an impressions video or something, but not sure if I'll make guides or not. Yeah, so the channel, it's doing well. Watch time is also pretty high up, which is really good to see. My channel's always done well for watch time, honestly. Like, a lot of people, whenever I'm kind of searching Reddit and stuff, especially in the past few weeks, right before I got monetized, when I was trying to see who was getting monetized, who hadn't been monetized yet, I'd see people with like 50,000, 100,000 subs, and they're talking about all these subs, and I'm like, wow, that's a lot of subs. And they're talking about how they only have a few thousand hours in watch time. Oops, not what I want. Last 28 days. A few thousand hours in watch time, and meanwhile I'm earning like 20,000 hours a month in watch time. So I've always been pretty proud of my watch time. It's pretty good. Views definitely going way up as well. If I go back to my dashboard, actually, I've surpassed 1 million views. In fact, we're already over we're about to hit 1.25 million. So a quarter of the way to a second million, which is my current goal. SBIN revenue, you can kind of see it here. It's been pretty good recently because of the Bless videos, but normally I hover about $9, $10 a day, which is good, but not good enough to quit my job. I am actually going to be reducing my hours at my job, though. Not by much, but I'm going to go to a more steady schedule so that I can release content Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday guaranteed, release content Friday nights, and continue to release content Saturday and Sunday. I definitely want to keep trying to make more content, keep growing the channel. So yeah. Apart from that, plans for the next upcoming kind of week or 2 weeks. The big thing is continue to make Black Desert stuff. I've got a few more guides. I've been focusing extremely hard on making guides for Black Desert recently. I'm trying my best to kind of go back to my roots, as I feel that the month of April, I focused a bit too much on kind of what was happening in Black Desert and not enough on how to play Black Desert. So May, well, the second part of May, and also for the first half of June at least, I'm focusing on making Black Desert guide videos. For example, here's Zero to Try, the Night Vendor guide, lawn. I'm going to be doing a new lawn video on the absolute skills once I hit 57 or 58, which should be sometime next week. Buying Laverto, a new Pearl Shop one. Someone asked for this one, so I decided to do it. It's pretty long, but I tried to explain the rationale behind buying certain Pearl Shop ones. This one's very controversial, I think because I titled it wrong. I titled it An Easier Way to Buy Items, which to me made sense because it's an easier way to just buy or register items on the marketplace in Black Desert. But how I feel it was interpreted was, I kind of worded it badly, and it was probably interpreted as an easier way to win bids and buy items that you need, such as dandelions or boss gear, or even Pearl Shop items. So I feel people were a little confused by the way I worded it. I worded it badly, and thus there's a lot of dislikes to likes for this video. It did not do too well. Luckily, it was only a minute long, so I mean, I hope people didn't feel too betrayed and had their time wasted. It was only a quick tip. I would like to do more tips in the future, but I will definitely try to word the tips a little better than that, I promise. But yeah, so I'm trying to make more guides, make more how-to videos, kind of. The next Let's Play, so not guaranteed it's Let's Play Musa, it might be Let's Play Lawn, and that will be going up probably tomorrow after work. I get back from work around 11 at night, so about 24 hours from this video should be when it goes up. The topic that I'm thinking of right now is... it's actually related to Bless, but it's BDO related, and it's the advantages and disadvantages of porting Eastern games over to the Western audience. And this is actually, I haven't done a video, but I've got a huge script that I've been working on for months about the difference between Eastern and Western gaming philosophy, and why it's so difficult to have successful Eastern and Western ports in their respective markets. So that's my kind of template for the video. Obviously, I like to ramble, as I'm doing this video right now, so I can't guarantee that that will be exactly how it's the exact topic, or exactly what I talk about the entire video, but that is my main goal. As for where I'll be grinding, I'm not actually too sure. I might go back to Rogues to hit 56 on my lawn. I'm just 55 and a half or something like that right now. Or maybe I'll hit up somewhere new. Maybe I'll go to like Elric's or Helms. Who knows? Anyways, don't want to make this too long. I'm trying to cut down on the timing for update videos. I know it's been a couple weeks since my last one, so hopefully this clears up what's going on with the channel, the future. I will be making more Blast videos over the upcoming days. Probably not on the weekend. I will try to keep the weekend for Black Desert, but I'll try to make more Blast videos over the upcoming days. Mostly guide videos. I will, as I mentioned, try to make a video going over the positives of Bless and why you should play Bless. But for the most part, I'm going to try and just focus on fairly neutral guide videos to help players that are new to the game kind of learn about the game. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully the channel continues to grow. Hopefully this isn't just a single viral video and a flash in the pan, but I can release more videos that do well really quickly going forward. And hopefully that this is the start of the channel kind of diversifying its games. Obviously, I'm not going to stray away from the main formula. I like to stick to fantasy games with somewhat exciting combat, and I like to stick to MMOs with PvP focuses. But hopefully this means the channel can kind of step away from being only about BDO and have BDO, Blast, Dauntless, whatever I decide to throw on the channel. Obviously, we're going to kind of see how Blast does over the upcoming month. If after the end of the next couple weeks the game hasn't improved and the videos are still overwhelmingly negative. The leveling guide, for example, isn't really negative. Not very many views, but good like to dislike ratio. That's what I like to see. So hopefully Bless does well and can become another mainstay of the channel. Anyways, guys, as always, thanks for watching and have a great night.